Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Lead Hound, and today I've been working on a project in ClickTeam Fusion, and I just wanted to show it off because I have been having a lot of fun with this program, a lot of fun working on this game, and I have a feeling I'm going to be expanding it out quite a bit, so I figured I would document the experience and just start off with the basics with what I have here. So the first thing I want to do is give a big shout out to Almighty Zen Taco, whose tutorials were absolutely incredible and were very helpful for making this type of top-down RPG in ClickTeam Fusion. Really appreciate. Please go check him out. If you wanted to have ClickTeam Fusion tutorials, he is the man, and I really recommend you go there. So thank you very much to Zen Taco. The first thing I want to show, actually, was this thing I came up with, which are these tiles. So ClickTeam Fusion doesn't really have a way to represent screens, aside from the first one with the dotted line, on your game. And since my game is made up of a bunch of tiled screens that are in fact 640 by 480, I wanted to be able to see where those tiles were. So you can see it starts here, and then there's one over here, and then one over here, and then it goes on and on and on. But the way to represent it, there's no way to represent that in the game that I found, at least. So what I did is I just made a backdrop. Let me see if you can see this. Okay, actually you can't see this on the recording, so I'll put an image of it afterwards. But I made a backdrop, and I made one 640 by 480 tile that has blue markings on it, one that's blank, and then I reversed it to just get this checkered board pattern. And then I repeated it over and over again, which just gives me a very good look at what my game will be, so that I can see what each of the screens will be, and I can edit each screen individually without counting out where each screen is going to begin and end. I have my camera object here. I just made a little image of a camera just to remind myself what exactly that is. This centers the screen on whatever tile I am currently on. I guess I can show that off right now. So I can move around here, and then when I move to the next screen, this camera transitions everything really nicely. And when I'm finished, obviously I'll be deleting this backdrop. I'll be deleting the tile thing, but for now I'll leave it in there, especially when I'm starting out. I'm sure that as I go on, it'll be less and less necessary. I have this sword here, but that's just a simple sprite. It's not really anything special. I'll be implementing that later. Same as the spawn point. It doesn't really do anything. Also, these bushes here, they were a bit of a problem for me because I was using the fine detection before, but what I found is obviously it's much better to just use the box collision detection, so my character isn't getting caught on the roots or caught on the leaves or anything like that. It's much easier just to move around like this, and much better. My enemy here is he just moves around randomly and he fires in whatever direction he's facing, but the one that's more interesting actually is down here. And here is my seeker enemy. His actions are still somewhat random. He still turns and faces different directions and things like that, but he is guided towards my enemy. So you'll see he's still somewhat unpredictable in his movements, but he will slowly make his way towards his enemy, although right now he's running into the wall, so maybe I need to resolve that issue somewhat. And over here, these are the events for that. So enemy movement, enemy collisions, enemy on panel, that was all very simple because it's just a bunch of simple random generation. But for the seeker enemy, this movement was a little bit more complicated because I have to obviously know the position of the enemy, compare it with the player, and then choose a random direction accordingly. So if he's down and to the left, then he'll choose randomly up or to the right, or he'll just choose, an opposite direction so that he'll make his way towards the hero in a still slightly unpredictable pattern, even though it is guided. So I'm really happy with how that is turning out. And that's all I really have to show off for now. So I'm really excited about this project. I know I'm going to be working more and more on it. So thanks for watching, and I'll be updating again when I have added more things to it.